conducted according to the rules of the New Jersey State High School Athletic Association. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated. Could subject to violators to rejection and may result in penalties being assessed against your team. Each one is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this competition at a high level of good sportsmanship. And now for the starting lineups. From the visiting team, number 2, senior Edry Jones. Number 1, senior Christian Barkley. 55, senior Kayvon Mathis. 14, junior Jermaine Scott. And number 5, junior Octavia Sharkey. And now for the home team. Number 35, freshman Drew Wires. Number 20, freshman Marcus Gaffney. Number 24, junior Bryce Barron. Number 3, junior Lorenzo Ripak. And number 1, senior Joe Woods. Now please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to Northern Burlington County Regional High School. I'm Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting student Mr. Logan Stewart. We are here live. It is Tuesday, December 18th, as the Northern Burlington Greyhounds take on the Pemberton Hornets in a great local matchup. How are you doing tonight, Logan?
I'm doing good. Hounds are coming into this game 0-2. Pemberton Hornets are coming into this game 1-1, and Northern is looking to get a very big win here tonight against their rival.
You said it, and I know Northern's got coaching staff has the team fired up. They are led by head coach Mr. Gene Darling, and he's joined by his assistant coaches Mr. Kenny Moss and Mr. Steve Malcolm. And as you stated, the Hounds are 0-2. They've had some tough losses so far this year versus local opponents like Burlington Township and Hopewell Valley. But what better way to get a big victory here in front of the home crowd? And we've got a great turnout here of family, friends, community members on hand. Always a significant game when Northern plays Pemberton, as both schools are host to our military students from the joint base. So always a great turnout when these two teams play, and it looks like Northern's got the tip and waste no time there, driving to the basket. Looks like we're going to get a quick foul on the Hornets. So, coming off a very exciting JV game that just ended. Actually, Northern was victorious in that one, 47-43. And in that game, the Hounds got a great contribution from Jack Burke, who sealed the victory with a W in the waning moments, and he's also on the varsity squad, not currently on the floor. Looks like a couple quick turnovers here, and Pemberton's going to throw in the ball. Now, Northern has a relatively new squad this year. They had an outstanding team last year where they finished 8-4 in their division, and they actually won their division for the first time in 45 years. They were led by all non-CBC Conference All-Star Josh Jackson. They were also named non-CBC Team of the Year. In addition, Coach Darling was non-CBC Coach of the Year, and that team was 18-8 overall, finished the regular season 20-9, including the playoffs, and they advanced all the way to the state semis, falling only to Nottingham, who won the sectional title. So this is a team with a whole new squad out there.
And that is in for a 3 by Pemberton.
As I was stating, this is a team, an all-new squad out there with Joe Woods, Bryce Barron, Tuin, Arabin, Lorenzo Repack, Drew Wires, Marcus Gaffney. A couple of those guys are even freshmen here, contributing early to the varsity squad.
Pemberton gets the rebound by number 2, Nason Karudi.
So as you were saying, Logan, Northern comes into this one 0-2, and it's always hard when you're playing with players for the first time. They average just about 48 points per game, and they're giving up just about 65 points per game. But I know the coaching staff has the team fired up for this one, and you can hear the crowd on hand really excited for this local matchup.
Passing game now. Takes the shot, and it is no good.
Looks like that's going to be a foul on number 1, senior Joe Woods. Now he's new to Northern this year. Very talented multi-sport athlete. As he completed outs on the football team this year, in addition to Bryce Barron, who comes to Northern from Lawrenceville Prep. So
that free throw is made in.
really, the only returning starter we have on the floor is Lorenzo Repack, who played some quality minutes last year, averaged about 6 points per game. And he's really been the standout on the Hounds so far this year, averaging 12.5 points, and has made 5 3-pointers so far this season.
Lorenzo Repack also leads the most points this year for the team.
But Northern has actually gotten some really good contributions from the entire squad.
Marcus Gaffney passes.
Gaffney averages about 6 points per game. Woods with 3.5. Barron with
Passes
6.5.
back to Repack. Now here's Wires. In trouble there. And that.
And it looks like
That would be a foul, looks like.
on a non-shooting foul. So as I was saying, contributions from all the players too. And Arabin averages about 6.5 points per game. Gerald Dugan with 5.5. Drew Wires, a freshman, 3 points per game, and Marcus Gaffney with 6 points per game. So you love to see those young guys making a contribution so early in their career here at Northern.
Now here's Lorenzo Repack. Passes to Bryce Barron. Barron gives it to Gaffney. And there's a shot, and it is no good by Lorenzo Repack. Pemberton very quick, getting back on offense. Shots, no good.
And the Hornets are wasting no time. Northern defeated Pemberton twice last year.
Gaffney, no good. Looks like one of Pemberton's players is on the ground.
As I was saying, Northern defeated Pemberton twice last year by an average of 20 points. And I know Pemberton would like nothing more than to come in here, get a big victory in front of our home crowd. And it looks like Northern's looking to try to get their first points on the board here with freshman Marcus Gaffney going to the line. He's going to miss the first one here, but he's been playing pretty well so far, averaging 6 points per game for the Hounds as a freshman. And that's going to be off the
No
mark.
good, both free throws. Pemberton gets the rebound.
Now, Northern has also had Pemberton's number in football the last few years. Northern was victorious over Pemberton
Jump ball there, Northern's ball.
in the annual Commanders Cup game, which is played every year. Northern has won the last 3 of those. So I know the Hornets would like nothing more than to come out here and get a big win. And they're doing a great job so far here, getting an early jump on Northern, 5-0.
Here's Marcus Gaffney. Gives it to Bryce Barron. Barron passes back to Gaffney. Gives it to Repack. Shoots. No good. Pemberton gets the rebound. Passes.
And as you stated, Logan, Lorenzo Repack leads the team in field goals this year, and he's also made 5 three-pointers so far. So he's been highly aggressive on the offensive end so far. And it looks like the
Pemberton shoots for the 3. It's no good. Northern receives the rebound, and here comes Lorenzo Repack. Gives it back to Gaffney. Wide open, Jake Frick with the layup.
Great play there by the Greyhounds, and as I stated, Jake Frick is another relatively new member. Got some minutes last year, averages about 1 point per game this year. That was a great play there. Heads up, passing by the Hounds. And they've cut into the lead here, 5-2.
There was a nice play by Pemberton. Gets that layup in.
Looks like they're going to call a travel on that. Little Euro step there, and the basket's not going to count. Northern's going to inbound the ball here, currently down 5-2 in the first quarter. Now you can follow all of Northern Sports on Twitter at NBC_athletics, and that's run by our athletic director, Dr. Dan Uzak. He does a great job keeping everybody plugged in. And you can follow Northern Basketball on Twitter at NBC_boys b-ball. So lots of ways to stay plugged in and lots of ways to follow all of the exciting athletic action here at the farm. And we've got a real nail-biter in this one so far. And you can hear the crowd already fired up in this one so early in the game. Love to see the energy. And that looks like that's going to be a foul. And send the Greyhounds to the line. That's going to be a non-shooting foul, I'm sorry. And Lorenzo Repack's going to inbound the ball here. Going to get a quick substitution here. Drew Wires checking in for the Greyhounds, number 35. Drew is a very talented multi-sport athlete here, and as I stated, as a freshman starting, says a lot about his athleticism and dedication.
Repack gives it to Gaffney. Passes to Tuheen Aravind, gives it back to Gaffney.
And it looked like Gaffney was going to muscle his way in there, and that's just going to go out of bounds on the Greyhounds, and Pemberton's going to get possession here with just under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Currently in the lead, 5-2. Still anybody's ball game here, as both these teams continue to feel each other out early in this one. Now this is a big game for both teams, as Northern and Pemberton are both in the BCSL Patriot Division, along with other teams such as Burlington Township, Delran, Cinnaminson, Bordentown, and Willingboro. So every division game means so very much. And as I stated, Northern was 8-4 in their division
Jake Frick
last year, winning for the first time in 45 years. So it looks like there's going to be a foul here on the breakaway. Repack's going to inbound the ball.
Repack gives it to Wires. Wires went for the layup, and it was no good.
So this is an entirely new starting lineup here for the Greyhounds. As we stated, Northern had all seniors starting last year, including standout Josh Jackson, Anthony Thomas, Ezra Jones, Leif Lewis, Sam Irvin, in addition to six-man Karsten Johnson.
And there's a two-pointer right there.
So great play there by Repack. As we stated, he currently leads the team this year in points per game with 12.5, and he's wasted no time so far being the aggressor on offense for the Greyhounds. And he played some quality minutes last year on the division-winning team that got to the semifinals, falling to Nottingham, who, as I stated earlier, won this sectional title. So great effort there by Drew Wires. That one's going to send out of bounds, but gotta love the early defensive effort by the freshman.
Pemberton's ball.
Now, with this game underway, we have a a lot of other exciting matchups here for the Greyhounds. For some of our other teams as well, the bowling team is taking on Delran. That's at Thunderbird Lanes. Bowling team's currently struggling so far this year at 0-5 and 0-6 respectively. The swim team is actually taking on Pemberton at RCBC later on this evening. Swim team currently 1-2. And girls basketball is actually taking on Pemberton as well. And that game is at Pemberton High School. And that one tipped off just around the same time as this one. And our girls basketball team is playing some outstanding basketball so far at 2-1, led by players like Alexa Blue, Brianna Sorrento, and Coach Colin Hugo.
And there was just a foul there. Pemberton's ball. Shoots for the 3, and it is no good. Rebound by Tuheen Aravind.
And you can hear the crowd currently fired up in this one. As I stated, whenever Northern and Pemberton play, it's always a great matchup, as both are hosts to the students of the servicemen and women of the joint base. So always a special game whenever these two teams play in any sport. And this game is no different.
And there was Lorenzo Repack. Pemberton got the rebound. Now passing, that will go out of bounds. Northern's ball.
So, the Greyhounds currently trailing 5-4 in this one, with just over a minute to play here in the first quarter. And it looks like they're going to go for a breakaway, and that's going to be Drew Wires there with the layup, and he's going to make it.
A very nice layup there.
And Wires is going to get on the board. I'm going to go over there. Great play there by the Greyhounds. Just beating the defense. And Wires is currently contributing 3 points per game for the Greyhounds, so to have him get on the board this early.
Pemberton with the 3 there, and it's no good. Northern gets the ball. No good with the layup by number 21, Jalen Beckworth.
So it looks like Pemberton's going to go to the line here. Try to even this one up.
And that is made in. Pemberton ties up the score.
So quick substitution here for the Greyhounds. Jake Frick going to take a seat. And that one's off the mark. Fighting for the rebound there.
That is out of bounds. Looks like it'll be Northern's ball.
Great inbound pass there by the Hornets, and that one's going to go in. So Pemberton currently in the lead, 8-6 here, with just about 20 seconds to play here in the first quarter. So time is winding down for the Greyhounds, and it looks like we're going to get a foul there on the Hornets. And it looks like that one's going to go against Edry Jones for the Hornets. So 16 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Repack with the quick inbounds. It's off the mark. Great effort play there by the Greyhounds.
Now there's Bryce Barron
with a great putback.
With a great layup. And he came into this game with 13 shots. 13 points coming into this game.
So after one, the Hornets and the Greyhounds are tied 8-8 in what's really been a great matchup here for both teams. And again, for those just tuning in, I am Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting student Mr. Logan Stewart. We are here live at the farm. It is Tuesday, December 18th, 2018, as the Northern Burlington Greyhounds take on the Pemberton Hornets in an early season matchup with two heated rivals. So we're going to pick back up here in the second quarter.
Pemberton starting.
Currently tied 8-8. And we talked a lot about Northern, obviously, in the first quarter. But Pemberton's pretty competitive this season as well, currently at 1-1.
Now there is a very nice layup there.
Looks like that was two in Arab in there with the quick layup, putting the Hounds up now in this one, 10-8. But as I was saying, head coach Adam Carpenter for the Pemberton Hornets has got his team playing pretty well, along with assistant coach Devontae Steele. This is a team that's averaging 56 points per game, giving up about 60. They fell hard to Medford Tech in their home opener, 74-63, but they came back yesterday getting a big win versus STEM Civics, 50-47. And they were led by their top scorer this year, Edry Jones, who had 22, including 5 3-pointers.
Pemberton went for the shot, it was no good. Northern gets the rebound. Now Pemberton
Now, we stated that Northern has a lot of offensive standouts, Pemberton as well.
went for the three there, no good. That will go out of bounds.
With a three-headed monster of Edry Jones, who's their leading scorer, Octavia Sharkey, who had 12 points yesterday, in addition to 4 rebounds, 3 3-pointers, and Matt Foreman, who had a handful of blocks yesterday too. So a couple of guys to look out here for the Greyhounds, currently in the lead, 10-8 in this one. Still plenty of time to lay here in the second quarter.
There's Pemberton with the shot, no good. Looks like he stepped out of bounds there.
And still anybody's game here in the second quarter. Now, last season, Pemberton struggled a little bit. They were 4-21. They were 12-15 the year before, and 3 years ago, they were actually one of Northern's biggest rivals, going 21-10, and they actually defeated the Greyhounds in the playoffs and advanced to the sectional semifinals themselves. So that one's going to rim out for Drew Wires, but a great shot attempt there. Open look. Got to let the freshman shoot that.
And now here's Pemberton. Misses the pass, recovered by Lorenzo Repack. No good.
Great rebound.
Shot, nice rebound there, and there was a layup there by Northern.
So Greyhounds currently in the lead in this one, 12-8. And you know, this is the Pemberton squad. They've got 4 seniors and 5 juniors, so they have a lot of experience playing together. And Northern's just been doing a great job on defense so far today. And as we stated, the Hounds are 0-2 coming into this one, and they'd like nothing more to get a big win in front of our home crowd here at the farm.
Now here's Marcus Gaffney.
Looks like we're getting a quick sub here for the Greyhounds, perhaps? Nope, it's going to be Marcus Gaffney here with the inbound.
Gaffney gives it to Lorenzo Repack. Repack trying to get out. And Drew Wires gives it back to Repack. Goes in for the layup, no good. Rebound, looked like a jump ball there.
And Pemberton's going to get possession. So we stated a lot about the seniors from last year on the Greyhounds, but last year the Hornets themselves were led by a handful of seniors, including Shanzay Blackman, who averaged 14.5 points per game and 5 rebounds, as well as Philip Russell, who averaged 10 points per game, 4 rebounds, and Chris Waller, who averaged 5 points per game and 5 rebounds. So it's good to see both these teams getting some of their younger players a lot of experience here. And it looks like Pemberton's going to go to the line here, looking to cut into this Greyhound lead, currently down 12-8 with 5:41 here in the second quarter.
Now here's Pemberton with the free throw, and it is good. That'll bring Pemberton to 9 points in the game. That point is no good. Rebound by Drew Wires.
And it looks like the Greyhounds are going to regroup a little bit. Looks like Coach Darling calling a play here.
Lorenzo Repack passed it to Drew Wires. Shoots it, no good. And Lorenzo Repack will recover that, go for the layup.
Great layup
it is
there.
Good. Very nice layup by Lorenzo Repack.
He's been doing an outstanding job here, and like I said, he's really taken over this year as the team leader. Played some quality minutes last year, but with the loss of 6 seniors from the squad last year, Repack has really stepped up, and he currently leads the Hounds in three-pointers made as well as field goals made, and that looks like it's going to be almost a breakaway for the Greyhounds.
There's Gaffney with the great dunk right there.
We didn't get it. We were trying to do this.
So great play. Put the crowd on their feet. Marcus Gaffney with a breakaway dunk.
Crowd went crazy there by the freshman Marcus Gaffney.
And one there. He's going to go to the line here. Try to put the Hounds up. Currently up in this one, 16-9 with 4:46 left in the second quarter. Crowd got to their feet on that one. Holy cow. And he's going to sink that one as well. Crowd is fired up. And the defense has really been the catalyst here for the Greyhounds in the second quarter. Currently in the lead in this one, 17-9.
So from now on,
Just doing a great job. And, you know, I'll tell you what, a lot of these kids not only are great students and athletes, but they're great off the court as well. And that says a lot about the coaching staff and head coach Gene Darling, who has a lot of coaching experience himself as an assistant football former coach. Currently the head coach of the girls varsity volleyball team, assistant coach for the baseball team, and obviously head coach here for the varsity basketball team. And this is the team Northern, who last year were recognized by the Albert J. Carino Boys Basketball Club of South Jersey for their sportsmanship. As I stated, are great athletes on and off the court.
Pemberton on the foul line, just made in for the free throw. That'll bring the score 17-10. And that will go in.
That's a very
That will bring it to 17-11 for the Hornets.
advantageous bounce there for the Hornets, cutting into this one, currently down 17-11.
Very nice play there.
Great ball movement there by the Greyhounds, and a great layup attempt by the Hounds, currently up in this one, 19-11.
That very nice layup was by Adam Walton. And that will go out of bounds.
And head coach of the Hornets there, Adam Carpenter, has to not be pleased with the sloppy play here of the Hornets in this quarter. Really hung with the Greyhounds in the first quarter, and now currently down by 8 with just over 4 minutes to play here. A lot of turnovers. And a quick sub here for the Pemberton Hornets.
Caught that play when he dunked.
What's that?
You caught the play when he dunked.
Walton passed it to Bryce Barron, gives it to Gaffney. Drew Wires with the three. And it is good.
Looks like that's going to be waved off as it hit the top of the backboard. But a great shot attempt there by Wires, as we stated, as a freshman. Really doing a great job here. Has 2 points so far in this one, averages 3 points per game. And he's starting for the varsity squad, so can't really say enough about him as an athlete. And I'm very fortunate to have him in class. He's a great student as well and a great leader on and off the court. And that's going to be a great bank shot there by the Hornets, cutting into this one currently down 19-14 with just under 4 minutes to play here in the second quarter.
And here's Marcus Gaffney.
Great pass there by Gaffney, and underneath there,
Gives it to Wires with the layup.
looked like Frick to Wires, that's right. And just a great heads-up play there by the Greyhounds, capitalizing on a rotation error there by the Hornets. And that's going to be another basket there for Wires.
And that is out of bounds. Looked like Bryce Barron hit the ball out of bounds.
And Pemberton looking to get back into this one with about 3 minutes left to play here, and that's
Now
going to be a
there's
three-pointer.
And it is good.
It's going to drain that one.
That will bring the Pemberton Hornets to 17. 4 more for them. Now here's Marcus Gaffney. Gives it to Walton.
And Northern's really going to have to contain the three-point shooting of the Hornets. As I stated, they're coming off a big win yesterday versus STEM Civics. Edry Jones had 5 three-pointers in that one, and Octavius Shartley had 3 three-pointers himself. So 2:38 to play here in the second quarter, and it looks like Northern's going to go to the line here, hoping to enhance the lead.
Here's Jake Frick with the free throw. No good.
Great rebound, but stolen by the Hornets, and looks like they're going to run with numbers here. It's going to beat Gaffney, and a great layup attempt, but great rebound by Walton. And Gaffney's going to, Hounds are going to run the floor here.
There's Marcus Gaffney. Nice pass there to Jacob Frick. Jacob Frick gets it back.
A little bit of sloppy
Gives
play,
it to
but the
Wires.
Greyhounds.
Very nice passing game here. And now it comes back to Gaffney. Gaffney gives it back to Wires, and that will be
A timeout here for the Greyhounds. Let's go. Great call there by the coaching staff of the Greyhounds. While we have a pause in the game action, I want to remind everybody you can follow Northern TV on Twitter at Northern_TV. You can also check us out on Comcast Channel 19, Verizon Channel 42. We're streaming on the web. We're also streaming on YouTube as we speak. You can check out our YouTube channel. You can check out the Northern TV app at appcatch.com, and you can check out the Northern TV webpage or email us, northerntv@nburlington.com, for all kinds of information on DVD sales, programming, sponsorship opportunities, and much, much more. And we've got a really fired up crowd here for this one.
Here's Gaffney. Handing it off to Ervin. Ervin takes it down for the layup. No good.
Great
Wires
rebound by
with
Wires
the rebound
with the
there.
putback.
Very nice there by the freshman.
He's got 6 points so far in this one, and he is currently the leading scorer for the Greyhounds as they are in the lead 23-17 with just under 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter.
Now here's Pemberton with the 3, and it is no good.
And that one's off the mark. And it
Rebound
looks
by
like
Bryce Barron.
and it looks like that's going to be Pemberton ball. While we have a pause, I want to remind our viewers, if anyone's interested in any sponsor opportunities to help us inform, entertain, or educate, you can reach out to us, northerntv@nburlington.com, or email our Director of Instruction, Mr. Matt Conowitz, mconowitz@nburlington.com, for more information on ways to stay plugged into the Northern community and help our teams and programming here at the farm.
Now here's Bryce Barron. No good.
And Barron's going to go to the line here to shoot. And that's going to be a technical foul on the Hornets. And Barron's going to sink that one, putting the Hounds up 24-17 with 1:14 left here to play in the second quarter. And Northern's also going to get possession there, with another opportunity to put a couple baskets on the board before the end of the first half. And they've really been the aggressor here in the second half. They came into this one 0-2, and as I stated, they really need a big win here, and what better way than to get a huge divisional win versus a heated rival, and that's going to be, looks like a travel call there on the Greyhounds, and the Hornets are going to get the ball here with exactly 1 minute to play in the second quarter.
Pemberton passes. Now, whoa.
All right, little incidental contact there under the basket, but love to see the sportsmanship there. Northern helping out Pemberton, and look like Northern's going to get possession here with 49 seconds to play.
Now here's Northern. Gaffney to Ervin. Back to Gaffney.
And I'll tell you what, it's really been a total team game so far for the Greyhounds, with 7 different players scoring so far in this one. 24 seconds.
Let me know when you cut.
9 seconds left to play in the second quarter here. And Coach Darling has to love the effort by all of his players, with baskets coming from Chewen Ervin, Walton, Barron, Wires, Repack, Frick, Gaffney with that huge dunk that we saw. And the Greyhounds are going to go to the line here, trying to go up by 9 with 29 seconds to play in the first half.
Now here's Gaffney at the foul line. No good with the free throw.
But I'll tell you what, you have to love the aggression that he's shown so far. He's averaging 6 points per game as a freshman. He had a huge dunk earlier in the game, put the crowd on their feet, and now had some free throw opportunities and fall for that rebound.
Drew Wires with that rebound there.
Wires is going to come up with it.
Gaffney with the ball. Now here's Frick.
And it looks like it's going to be a travel ball against the Greyhounds. And head coach Adam Carpenter has to be thankful he's actually still in this one with all the turnovers that the Hornets have had so far, and the clock is ticking here with about 10 seconds left to play in the first half.
Now here are the Hornets trying to get this point in. Looked like that was a foul there.
Up and down
Travel.
call there. Yep, travel call, great. And Northern's going to have now 5.7 seconds left here in the first half, trying to make something happen. We saw a great play earlier where Drew Wires just beat the coverage, got an easy layup. We'll see what the Hounds have drawn up here.
Now here's Gaffney to Wires. Wires going up. And looked like he went out of bounds, or that could be a foul.
Yeah, he was really on the line there. Could go either way. We'll see what the referees have to say. A lot of contact there. And it looks like Wires is going to go to the line here to shoot with 2.4 seconds left in the first half here at the farm.
Drew Wires with the free throw, no good.
And he's going to have one more attempt here to put the Hounds up by 9 going into halftime. Got to love the effort by Drew Wires and really the whole team. Total team effort so far. Wires at the line. And he's going to sink that one. So great shot there by Drew Wires. Hounds currently up by 9, and Pemberton's going to take a long three-pointer off the mark. So at the end of the first half, the Northern Burlington Greyhounds currently lead the Pemberton Hornets 26-17. Going to take a pause in the game action here. Both teams will regroup, and we'll pick back up at the start of the second half.
Yeah. What? 8 minutes. All right, that was good. It's the filter. That's the problem. Like, what makes it gray is the standard cinematic. It's cinema standard. But this is what I set it to. Huh? I don't know.
Well, I'm sorry. And I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Alright, I'm just gonna leave it so we're gonna have some.
He is, yes.
I know, I haven't really got it set up right. We got to get moving, so...
So it really was a tale of two quarters there. In the first half, Northern tied with Pemberton after one, 8-8, and then really did a great job there in the second quarter, capitalizing on some turnovers by the Hornets. And like I stated earlier, big dunk by Bryce Barron. My apologies, I thought it was Marcus Gaffney there, but big dunk by Bryce Barron. Outstanding student and athlete. I have the privilege of having Bryce in class, and he is a terrific student. He comes to us this year new from Lawrenceville Prep, and he made some outstanding contributions to our varsity football team this past season, and he's making an early impact here with the varsity basketball team as well. Currently second leading scorer in this one with 4 points in the first half. And as I stated, that huge dunk that put the crowd on their feet, got everybody fired up, and really was the catalyst for the Greyhounds jumping out to this big lead here.
26-17 from the Hounds. And
With
now
the third quarter underway.
Pemberton starting with the ball, switching sides. Pemberton with the three, no good.
Great rebound there.
Joe Woods with the rebound.
And Joe Woods is another multi-talented athlete here on the Greyhounds. He's actually the only senior on the team. He's new to Northern this year and was a terrific wide receiver for our Greyhounds varsity football team. Long three-pointer, just off the mark.
Now here's Pemberton. Foul there. Travel, actually.
And Repack with that long three-pointer that went just off the mark, but he currently leads the team, as we stated, with three-pointers this season. And he's the team's leading scorer so far through 2 games, averaging 12.5. And he was really the aggressor in the first quarter for the Greyhounds.
There's Gaffney to Woods, and then to Wires. Back to Repack. Repack with the three, no good.
And that's going to go Greyhound ball. And coming into this one, Repack had 5 three-pointers on the season. And that was really one of the things that the coaching staff for the Greyhounds is going to have to limit for the Hornets, because as I stated, this is a three-point shooting team led by Mr. Edry Jones, who averages 3 three-pointers a game and 13 points per game. So they've done a great job so far containing him.
Now there was Adam Walton to Gaffney. Back to Wires.
Great ball movement there by the Greyhounds.
There's Gaffney to Repack. Now there's Woods with the three, and it is good.
Terrific shot there by Joe Woods, tiptoeing on the line there. It looked like he was going to step out of bounds, but came through with a clutch three-pointer. Hounds currently up in this one, 29-17, with 6.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. And again, for those just tuning in, I am Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting student Mr. Logan Stewart. We are here live at the farm. It is Tuesday, December 18th, 2018, as the Northern Burlington Greyhounds take on the Pemberton Hornets. And it's really been a great matchup. Great turnout, friends, family, community members on both sides. And as I stated, Northern and Pemberton are hosts to the servicemen and women of the joint base. And it's always a special game whenever these two teams play in any sport. And as a matter of fact, Northern's girls basketball team is taking on Pemberton tonight, in addition to our swim team, who is also playing Pemberton. That one's off the mark.
Rebound by Pemberton. Northern coming back out on defense, and looked like it went on the ground. Barron picked it up.
Great putback there.
Lay up there
by Lorenzo Repack. As I stated, he's really been a standout and a leader for the Hounds this year. Played some quality minutes last year, but is really the only returning player who played significant time last year.
There was a big hit there.
And he currently has 6 points for the Greyhounds. All right, gotta love the sportsmanship there on both teams. All right, a little incidental contact, and Pemberton's gonna go to the line. But you know, we have a lot of exciting teams in addition to boys basketball this season. The girls basketball team, as I stated, made the playoffs last year. They look to improve, and they're currently 2-1. They have a big game at Pemberton right now. The boys and girls swim team, as I stated, playing Pemberton as well. Our boys and girls bowling team, who should be wrapping up their game as we speak at Thunderbird Lanes versus Delran.
Now here's Pemberton with the 3, and it is good.
In addition to winter track and our winter cheerleader. So that was a big three-pointer there by Pemberton. That was Christian Barkley. He's a senior this year. Last year he averaged 5 points per game, but he's really stepped his game up so far this year, and that one's going to go out of bounds on the Greyhounds, unfortunately. And Pemberton's going to get possession here, down 31-20 with just over 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. That looks like that's going to be Barkley again. Great spin move. Just off the mark. Great rebound by the Greyhounds, Jake Frick. And repacks off and running.
Repack, no good.
And looks like we're going to get a jump ball. Physical play here by both teams. That was Bryce Barron looked like coming with the attempt. And Northern's going to get possession. So got to love the defensive effort. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Crowd is fired up.
Passing there, out of bounds there by Pemberton.
And you know, no matter what the outcome is today, these two teams are going to square off once again in just under a month on January 15th. And that game's going to be at Pemberton, and tip-off for that one's going to be at 5:30 p.m. And I know a lot of these friends, family, community members on both sides are going to be on hand for that one. Because as I stated, these are two rivals, and this is a big division matchup. That one's going to go off the mark, but Bryce Barron there capitalizing, a little Euro step there. That one's going to go off the mark, but gotta love the aggression there.
Now here's Pemberton.
And I'm not quite sure what head coach Adam Carpenter said to the Hornets during halftime, but it's clear he's got them highly aggressive on the offensive end here in this one with 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Great turnover there. And that looks like that is Marcus Gaffney running the floor, and that's going to get waved off. Looked like Gaffney was going to go for a dunk of his own. As I stated earlier, mistakenly gave him credit for that dunk earlier in the game when that was Bryce Barron with that fantastic play that got the crowd on his feet. And looks like that's going to be a kick ball against the Hornets. Repack's going to inbound the ball here with just over 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Northern in the lead, 31-20. A long pass
To Gaffney, Bryce Barron. And then here's Barron with a very nice layup there.
Absolutely, you gotta love that finger roll by Barron. And he's gonna get on the board again for the Greyhounds. He's been doing a great job so far today.
Now here's Pemberton.
Currently has 8 points.
And that will be knocked out of bounds.
So Barron currently leads all the Hounds in scoring with 8 points so far. Drew Wires is a close second with 7. And then the Hounds have gotten some really great contributions from players like Lorenzo Repack with 6.
Now here come in subs.
And it's really been a team effort all around. With some other contributions from Tuan Arevin.
Now here's Repack, no good.
Just off the mark. But as I was stating, Walton's put up 2, Frick with 2, Gaffney.
There's Pemberton with a long 3, no good. Rebound by Gaffney.
And they've got numbers, and that one's just going to sail out of bounds. Looked like that was going to be another great opportunity there for the Greyhounds with 3:17 left to play here in the third quarter. Up in this one, 33-20. But Pemberton is not out of this one. As we stated, this is a team who really capitalizes on three-pointers. So
3 minutes and 4 seconds left in the quarter.
the Hornets can get on the board quickly with a couple of three-pointers. Northern's just got to keep up the intensity on both ends.
Now here's Bryce Barron.
With a long pass to Drew Wires.
And that is a very nice layup by Drew Wires, the freshman.
And he's going to get fouled and go to the line to put up another one. I'll tell you what, that was kind of a football play there. And Bryce Barron did an outstanding job so far this season with the football team, and now doing a great job with the basketball team. And it's great to see the connection there. Wires is going to have his 9th point for the Greyhounds, going for his 10th point here. But that was a great pass by Bryce Barron. Great catch. And Drew Wires collected himself, made the layup, and got fouled. And sinks the free throw. So for a freshman, 10 points here in a varsity game. Doing an outstanding job for the team so far. And as I stated earlier, I have the privilege of having Drew in class. And his brother Logan.
Pemberton with a layup there.
Both outstanding students. And it's great to see a freshman with a quick contribution, but Pemberton wasted no time. They got on the board. And Northern's currently up in this one, 36-22, with just under 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Now there's going to be no rest for either one of these teams. Northern's going to be home this Thursday versus Pennsauken. That tip-off's at 5:15. Pemberton's going to be home versus RV on Thursday. And then Pemberton follows that up with a couple of out-of-conference games, playing Solebury from Pennsylvania and St. Joseph's over the holiday break. And those games are on December 26th and 27th respectively. So great rebound there by the Greyhounds. Looks like we're going to get a foul call here.
2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the quarter.
And starting to get a little physical here. Northern up in this one with just under 2:30 to play in the third quarter. Up 36-22. And as I stated, looking for their first win.
Wires, the long one there. That will go out of bounds.
And that's
intended for Barron.
Just off the fingertips there, and it looked like they were going for connection on the other end there. Just previously, Barron had hit Drew Wires for a breakaway, and looks like Drew was looking to return the favor there, but just off the fingertips of Bryce Barron, and Pemberton's going to get the ball here. 2:19 left to play in the third quarter. But a really outstanding job, and as I stated, Northern currently 0-2, looking to get a big win here in front of our home crowd. Pemberton 1-1, got their first victory last night versus STEM Civics in a nail-biter, 50-47. And they were led by Edry Jones, who's really been their standout, and was a great player for them last year as well.
Now here's Christian Barkley. Pass back. Defense doing a very nice job here. And that will go out of bounds.
And judging by the crowd reaction, looks like weren't happy with the call, but Pemberton's going to get the inbounds here with just under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. And again, for those just tuning in, I am Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting student Mr. Logan Stewart. We are here live at the farm. It is Tuesday, December 18th, 2018, as the Northern Burlington Greyhounds take on the Pemberton Hornets, and what's really been a great matchup.
Now there was Barkley.
Long three-pointer.
No good.
And the Hounds are off and running, and that was Edry Jones, who I stated is kind of their go-to scorer there with that long three off the mark, but Bryce Barron was looking to make a play there, and the ball's going to sail out of bounds, and Pemberton's going to get the ball. While we have a pause in the game action, just want to remind our viewers once again, you can follow Northern TV on Twitter at Northern_TV, Comcast Channel 19, Verizon Channel 42. We're streaming on the web, streaming on YouTube. And you can also check out our NTV webpage for all information on programming, sponsorship opportunities. You can reach out to us anytime concerning sponsorship opportunities if you want to help inform, entertain, educate our viewers, and Burlington at Northern TV at nburlington.com, my apologies. Or you can email our Director of Instruction, Mr. Matt Conowitz, mconowitz at nburlington.com anytime for information on all kinds of great opportunities to stay plugged into all things Northern. But we've got a great game here, just over a minute to play in the third quarter. And
here's Pemberton number 0, Eshawn McLean. And there's a shot there. No good. Northern with the rebound by Jake Frick to Lorenzo Repack. Repack to Drew Wires, nice pass there. And then that was Airman. and the ball went out of bounds.
And that was Christian Barkley there with the deflection, the long arms of the defender there, knocking that one out of bounds, preventing what would have been an easy 2 points for the Greyhounds. Looks like we're going to get an under-the-basket foul call as that shot by Jake Frick is not going to count. And Pemberton's going to get possession. But really been total team effort today so far. 2 in Aravan with 2 points, Walton with 2, Bryce Barron with 8 points in that awesome slam dunk we saw earlier. Drew Wires with 10 points. Lorenzo Repack has 6. Jake Frick with 2. And Marcus Gaffney with 2 as well. So,
Attack the zone, Brody.
8 players contributing there for the Greyhounds. So you gotta love the effort. And that's gonna be a long 3-pointer, and that's gonna go in. And that's got the Hornets fired up as the clock is winding down here with 25 seconds to play.
That was number 23, DeVere Foster, with that very nice 3 there.
And as I stated earlier, this is really a 3-point shooting team in the Hornets. And we're gonna get a quick timeout here.
17 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
I'll tell you what, though, there's not going to be any rest for the Greyhounds. After the New Year, things get pretty tough for the Hounds. Starting on January 4th, they have 12 games until the end of January, practically every other day. Fortunately for them, 7 of those 12 games are at home. But they end their season with 4 or 5 on the road, and they're closing out their season on February 22nd at Palmyra. So we'd love for our friends, family, community members to check out our athletic webpage or our athletic Twitter. Again, that's run by our athletic director, Dr. Danny Zaki, at NBC_athletics. Does a great job keeping everybody plugged into all things Northern sports. So 18 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Northern in the lead, 36-25. And I know Pemberton would like nothing more than to not just stop the Hounds, but maybe get a basket before the end of the quarter.
Now there was Aravan
with a nice floater. Could be his 4th point of the ball game.
That is the end of the quarter.
And that is going to get waved off as the clock expires. End of the third quarter. Northern in the lead, 38-25 with 1 quarter to go here at the farm. This great local matchup. So we're going to pick back up here with the 4th quarter just about underway. And again, for those just tuning in, I'm Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by Broadcasting student Mr. Logan Stewart. We are here live at the farm. It is Tuesday, December 18th, 2018, as the Northern Burlington Greyhounds take on the Pemberton Hornets. And what's really been a highly contested matchup. Northern in the lead really dominated the second and third quarters. But these 2 teams were tied after 1. And we still have plenty of time left in this one, so still anybody's ball game. Northern came into this one 0-2, but it's clear they were really hungry for a win here today, and hopefully they can pull out their first win of the season.
Now that was, and there is Pemberton with a layup there.
Great steal there by Christian Barkley for the Hornets. Not only made the steal, but a fantastic spin move and made the layup.
Now here's Northern looking to come back, and there's Pemberton with the layup, no good, and another layup by number 14.
And it looks like Coach Gene Darling has seen enough, going to get a quick timeout here. And Pemberton has closed the gap to 9 here with 7:22 left to play.
38-29, Greyhounds taking the lead.
And while we have a pause in the game action, I want to once again congratulate all of our fall sports teams who had tremendous seasons. As I stated earlier, the football team was 6-4, got to the state playoffs. Girls cheerleading squad did a great job keeping all of our teams motivated. Girls field hockey finished her season 6-12, but was highly competitive. They made the playoffs, and goalie Aida Ingram finished her career as the Greyhounds' all-time save leader. Boys varsity soccer team, great season, 12-7-1. They actually got a home playoff game and won in the first round. Girls varsity soccer, 7-12-1. Had a big win at their senior night game. The team's only losing 3 seniors, so they look to improve next year. Cross country, division champs once again. Credit to Coach Tim Tedesco. Girls tennis, 12-2. Coach Tomasetti, great job. Congrats again to BCSL champion first singles, Ali Amor. And Northern was actually the only school to have players in all 5 varsity events. Reached the finals. And finally, the girls volleyball team, coached by Mr. Gene Darling, head coach of our basketball team here, ended their season with a 19-9 record. Finished strong, going 9-2 in their last 11. Big win on senior night and advanced to the state playoffs as well.
Now here come the Greyhounds after the timeout. Gaffney to repack. Repack going up with the shot. No good.
But we're going to get a whistle. And repack's going to go to the line here. Try to kill the momentum here by the Hornets and enhance this Greyhound lead with 7:15 left here to play in the fourth quarter. Still plenty of action, and Pemberton has really came out aggressive here in the fourth. And that was going to be off the mark by Repack, but he's certainly doing a great job so far, and he's actually the team's leading scorer so far through 2 games, not counting this one, but averaged 12.5 points per game. He's got 6 so far tonight, and that's
no
another
good.
missed opportunity there for the Hounds.
Rebound there by Barkley. Barkley to Scott. Now at Jones. Back to number 55, Kevin Matthews.
And that's going to be a 3-pointer for Pemberton. And that's going to go off the mark, but a great rebound there by the Greyhounds. And Pemberton's really putting the full court press on. Great play there by Tuan Aravan underneath the basket. And a great play there by Marcus Gaffney putting that one up. Love to see the freshman contributing. That's his 4th point of the game. Great steal there by the Hounds.
Joe Woods there. Bryce Barron.
Great ball movement. Just couldn't capitalize on it.
Now Aravind having a little bit trouble shooting.
Acrobatic play there.
Finally goes out of bounds.
So with just under 6.5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter, Northern in the lead, 40-29. But I'll tell you, despite the score, these 2 teams have really been even here in the fourth quarter. And Pemberton's actually got a little bit of momentum, so I would look for the Hounds to continue to play their outstanding defense they've done.
Barkley here.
3-pointer off the mark.
Good.
Great rebound by Joe Woods, the senior.
Now here's Marcus Gaffney, the freshman. Gaffney passes to Aravan. Now
great
back
underneath
to Woods.
Play there.
And
Joe
now
Woods getting fouled. Looks like we got a player down for Pemberton.
That is
number not hurt. Love to see the young man get to his feet there. So
that was number 14, Jermaine Scott.
But he's up and he's on his feet, and the crowd is giving him a round of applause there for the outstanding defensive effort. Northern's going to get the ball. But that's just the type of game we got going on here. Whenever the Hounds play the Hornets, as I stated, no matter what the sport is, it's always a big game. Always means a lot to our community members. And Northern's going to inbound the ball here now. Currently up 11 with just under 6 minutes to play.
Here
and
is Repack.
Acrobatic catch there by
Aravind.
Tuan Aravind, that's right.
And with the nice move there, no good. Pemberton with the rebound. Barkley.
And I would look for Pemberton to once again
now
steal.
Here comes Aravind with a nice layup there.
Great play there.
Score.
And you know,
42.
Tuan Aravind actually played some minutes last year for the team, as I stated, who won the division for the first time in 45 years, going 8-4. And that was a team that was led by predominantly older players, seniors, in fact. 6 of those seniors graduated. But have Aravind make a big play like that certainly means a lot. And it has the Hounds up in this one, 42-29 with 5.5 minutes to play.
Here's the replay here. That very nice layup by Aravind. Very nice.
Great defensive effort there with the steal, and then layup there puts the Hounds up. And he came into this one averaging 6.5 points per game, Aravind, and he's got 6 points so far. So, gotta love the effort defensively. Once again, I'd look for Pemberton to go for the three-pointer. That's sort of their bread and butter. And that's going to be just muscles his way underneath the basket there and lays it in.
Matt Foreman with that spin move layup. And now here is Northern. No good. Now there is Joe Woods there with the layup.
Great putback there by Joe Woods. And we saw him do quite a few acrobatic plays in the fall season as a wide receiver for Northern. And he really rose to his feet on that one and got the quick putback. Hounds up in this one, 44-31, under 5 minutes to play. So Pemberton certainly feeling a little bit of pressure. But for a three-point shooting team, they could very, very quickly get back into this one, and that's going to be a
there's a travel there call by Pemberton. Now it is Northern's ball.
Looked like that was Octavia Sharkey there.
4 minutes and 43 seconds left in the quarter.
The
now
junior.
Here comes repack to Woods. Woods with the layup, and it is good.
And they're going to wave that off and call an offensive foul on Joe Woods. So no basket there for the Greyhounds. Charging there, 4.5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Crowd doesn't like the call, but nevertheless, the right call there by the official, and Northern in the lead here, 44-31. Gotta love the aggression there by Woods, trying to get points on the board, and Northern will quickly look to regroup here in this one.
Now here's a replay of that layup by Joe Woods.
And it looks like
here we go with the layup by
Sessions
Joe
going to
Woods.
go to the Greyhounds here. 4:20 left to play in this one.
Now back to the game. Marcus Gaffney to
They are
repack.
just smothering
Ball
them
comes
on
loose.
defense.
Back
And they're
to
going to look to get the
Pemberton.
three.
Looking for the three, and it is good by Pemberton.
And he's going to drain that one for the Hornets. That was number 5, Jael Flora.
44-34.
I'm sorry, that was Octavia Sharkey there for the Hornets making that one.
44-34. Pemberton trying to make a comeback here. 4 minutes remaining in the game.
Yep, 10-point game here, Logan, and we've got a great turnout. Crowd is fired up. Looks like we're going to get a quick free throw here for the Greyhounds as Pemberton is in the bonus, and
Now
it looks
here
like
is Lorenzo Repack.
going to go to the line here to shoot one. Hopefully enhance the lead here for Northern. Repack comes into this game, Hounds leading scorer, 12.5 points per game.
Shot is no good.
Great rebound there.
Rebound recovered by Marcus Gaffney. To Aravind, back to Repack. Now here's Aravind.
Driving to the
going for
basket,
the
floater.
layup. No good.
Off the mark, gets his own rebound.
And there is a very nice shot there by Aravind. Brings up the score 46-34.
And that was a great play there by Tuan Aravind, 8th point of the game. As we stated, really multi-dimensional attack here by the Greyhounds. 8 for Aravind, 10 for Barron, including that huge dunk earlier.
Now here
6 for Repack, 10 for
Pemberton,
Wires.
very nice 3-point there.
And that's going to cut the lead to 46-37 with 3:17 left to play. Going to get a quick timeout here. And you know, this is actually my 64th game announcing for Northern TV, a little bit of a milestone. And I've announced many games over the years, including last year's big win versus Burlington Township, first round of the state tournament. Also Josh Jackson's milestone game, scoring his 1,000th point won that game on a buzzer beater. So this game looks to be no different. This one could come down to the wire. 3:17 left, still anybody's game. Also want to remind our viewers we have an outstanding holiday concert tonight as well at the Northern Burlington Middle School. That is the chorus concert by choral director Miss Colleen Martin. Does a great job. Just last week we had an outstanding band concert at the middle school as well as a band concert here at the high school. And we have our annual high school choral concert as well. That's coming up on Wednesday night.
There's Gaffney to Wires, back to Gaffney. Pemberton trying to cheer up.
Looks like we're going to get a hand check there. And that's going to go 1-1 as Pemberton is over the foul limit. Gaffney's going to go to the line. Look like that foul is going to go against number 4 for the Hornets. So Gaffney looking to enhance the lead here, kill some momentum.
Now there's Gaffney with the free throw.
It's going to be his 3rd point of the game.
Bringing the score to 47-37, 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the game.
And you know, he's done an outstanding job as a freshman contributing to this varsity squad, averaging 6 points per game so far. And he's going to sink that one too. So clutch free throws by the freshman, putting Northern up 48-37 with 3 minutes to play.
Now here is Pemberton.
Going to get a
stop there by Drew Wires.
And you know, Drew Wires is having an outstanding game as well for the Greyhounds. That was a great defensive play. He has 10 points so far today, and another freshman making a great effort here by the Greyhounds. So love to see the young players coming along. As I stated earlier, just a predominantly young team. And we lost 6 seniors last year. Great players, great students.
Now here is Ervin with a very nice layup there.
But and Ervin was one of the players on that team last year, and he just went right to the rack on that one. Great finger roll, 10 point of the game.
Bringing the Hounds up by 13 points. Now here's Pemberton, stole by, and there's a foul there.
And they're going to call a charge against the Greyhounds, as they are in the lead in this one with 2.5 minutes to play, 50-37.
Two minutes, 27 seconds remaining in the game.
Yep, and the crowd is fired up here. And
Now
Pemberton could get right back into this one, a couple 3-pointers. We'll see what they have drawn up. Looked like that was a shot attempt there by the Hornets. Fighting for a rebound there. It's going to be a jump ball, and we'll see which way the possession arrow is going. Looks like it's going to go to the Greyhounds. 2:12 left to play in this one. Hounds up 50-37.
Here's Northern. Drew Wires gives it to Ervin. Now that is Repack.
And I'll tell you what, there's no quit in this Hornet squad. They're down 13 with 2 minutes to play, and they are fighting for every loose ball, every possession, full court press on every defensive play. And the Greyhounds are doing a great job keeping them off balance with their multiplayer attack they've got going on so far. So
here's Gaffney. Passes to Repack.
1:30 left to play in this one. And Pemberton is just smothering the Greyhounds on defense, and we'll see. Look like an off-ball foul there. And Northern's going to go to the line. Ervin looked like he's going to shoot a 1-on-1 as Pemberton is over the limit.
1 minute, 28 seconds remaining in the game. 50-37 Hounds, 13-point lead here.
And Ervin's doing a great job so far today with 10 points. That one's going to be off the mark, but I want to take this opportunity to thank our Northern TV crew, Miss Jenna Chianius, Mr. Corey Chodes, Miss Ashley Walsh, Miss Emily Walsh, Mr. Joey Skelza, Mr. Nick Wolverton. Certainly you, Logan, doing a great job. He's going to sink that one. So, 1:24 left to play in this one. The clock is ticking. Northern up by 14. Great outlet pass
here
there.
Is Bryce Barron with the layup there.
And that's going to go in.
An incredible game. He was the one that made that awesome dunk earlier in the game.
And he's going to go to the line for an and one. That was a great layup there by Barron. And as you stated, Logan, he got the crowd on their feet earlier with that spectacular dunk.
Now we're going to get a replay here of that awesome layup by Bryce Barron. Very nice.
It's going to be his 10th point of the game, and it looks like Coach Adam Carpenter of the Hornets has a couple questions there for the officials, but nevertheless, Barron's at the line. Northern in the lead, 53-37, 1:15 left to play in this one. And Bryce Barron's been doing an outstanding job. As I stated, I have the privilege of having Bryce in class. He's going to sink that one. He's an outstanding student first, an athlete. Did a great job for our football team. Looks like we're going to get a double technical here. Both teams are going to shoot free throws. Look like that's going to be was a foul. So Barron went to the line, but got called for a technical. So
that is number 5, Octavius Charlie.
And he's going to go to sink that one for the Hornets. And, you know, Sharky's one of their sharpshooters. Had 12 points in their last game, 4 rebounds, 3 three-pointers. Had a couple of three-pointers so far today.
1 minute, 15 seconds remaining in the game.
Northern.
Now here's Pemberton. That is number 5, Octavius Sharkey.
So Northern certainly in the driver's seat here with 1 minute, 11 seconds to play. Also want to thank our facilities department.
Here's number 0,
in addition
Sean
to our
McLean.
other video production teacher, Mr. Matt Pona.
Now here is
Our
Northern
friends, family,
Aravan.
community members are on hand. Great defensive effort there by the Greyhounds.
There's Drew Wires.
Drew Wires.
Here. Now here is Repack. Now here is Aravan. Back to Repack.
So just about 45 seconds to play in this one. Northern certainly in the driver's seat, looking to get a big win in front of our home crowd. And want to congratulate the players and the coaches for this one.
Now here's Repack again.
Looked like a little foul there. And he's going to go to the line. So 30 seconds to play here in this one. Northern cruising 54-38. Lorenzo Repack going to the line. He's had an outstanding game here for the Greyhounds. Going for his 7th point. And as I stated, one of the...
There's Repack with the nice free throw there.
Yep, one of the very few players from last year's history-making squad. That's going to be his
Repack again with another free throw.
8th point of the game. And that team from last year won their division for the first time in 45 years. Won a big home game. Fancy footwork there by the Hornets, and that one's going to go in. Cutting into this one 56-40, but too little too late as the clock is winding down with about 10 seconds left. Hard foul.
There's a foul there.
And
that was Lorenzo Repack on the ground there.
Gotta like the aggression that Repack has there. You know, big lead for the team, but he's been doing an outstanding job.
Now here's Repack. Coming into this game, he has made 6 free throws this season. And there's another one there.
And that's going to be his 9th point of the game. And, you know, they've really gotten a multifaceted attack. Tuan Aravan with 10 points. Bryce Barron with 11. Drew Wires with 10. Lorenzo Repack with 9. Contributions from Jake Frick, Marcus Gaffney, Adam Walton. So just a total team effort. Big win here.
And that is the game.
And that's going to do it So congratulations to the Greyhounds getting a big win for all of us here at Northern TV. On behalf of Mr. Logan Stewart, I'm Mr. James Dowd, signing off.